We are in Palm Beach, Florida, in the United States of America and in a free state.
Free state of Florida.
I was just talking to someone about that yesterday. Saturday was my first day out. I went to dinner at Italy.
Was that was Saturday or Sunday you went to Italy?
Saturday night. And do you know they had a concert outside?
I did not.
You would have liked it. And I ate in the other restaurant, not the one you and I ate. You know how hard I've been trying to get people to go back there since you and I went there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, some of these people in Palm Beach are a little...
Right. You got to get them over the bridge.
So if you say, let's say I make up a name of a restaurant. Oh, I think of course I'm an expert in every Italian restaurant. I know as much about Italian restaurants as you do. There's a wonderful Italian restaurant named Di Giuseppe. It's fabulous. I could just make this up. You have to go there. Now they're all dying to go there. It could be a little hole in the Italy is a bit of a chain, right?
Yeah.
But it's a very high level chain. You know, there's an Italy in Italy.
Yeah.
There's in Milan.
I did not.
Andrew let me know that.
Wow. I know there's one in New York, of course.
So after some persuasion, including, let's get it and take it out. You're too sick to sit there and whatever. We finally sat down because, and I had, among other things, the joy of my life, my little granddaughter Grace with me. So we sat down and we had dinner in the corner. We had a very nice table in the corner, and we met of course, I met all these people from New York, because there are more people here from New York than in New York, and people that I've been through campaigns with, people. Oh gosh almighty, all kinds of people.
Just people that were there, happened to be there.
Yeah, it was great. It was great for my morale.
I got a phone call,
And I
got a phone call from a friend. Ted,
yeah, they expected me to show up in an ambulance.
They're like, Ted,
the food was great.
Yeah,
great. We had too much, and we had to bring it home, and we just had a wonderful time. Just a wonderful, wonderful time. Then on Sunday, I went to church, and after church, I took my daughter-in-law and my little baby Grace, and we went to a combination of brunch, lunch, punch, and we got to get the right name of the place, because this place is a place that I know very well, because they have two restaurants in the Hamptons that I used to go to many times. Not only that, I didn't know this when I picked it. They gave me a fundraiser when I ran for president.
Lagaloo.
No. Lagaloo, it's around the corner. Same thing. But no, this is an Italian restaurant that's kind of new. God, it was beautiful. I'm going to try to find you some pictures.
This is from Sunday?
From Sunday. This food was...
This is no longer Ely we're talking about.
No. It's on the Palm Beach side, and it's right next to the middle bridge, and it's all those new beautiful places they built that were
over by
Bono.
Bon appetit?
Bono, some kind of a Bono, some kind of a seafood thing.
Okay, I'll look it up. I'll ask around.
When we do, I'm going to show you some pictures. So let's go on to the important stories. Not that these aren't important. I think it's important that you get to know me so you can trust me or not. Because so much of what's going on for all of us, my friends, is how we're lied to. I try very hard to fix that. I'm never going to lie to you, ever. Never lied when I was a public official. Never let my officials lie. If we couldn't tell it, we didn't tell it. My rule was, shut up. Don't make it up. And tell them that. Tell them I can't tell you. I mean, there was a very famous time I did that, but there are many times I did that as mate. If I couldn't tell you, I wouldn't tell you. I would never not tell you the truth, particularly in a very important emergency situation, because the minute you lose trust, you lose trust. You don't get much of a chance to reestablish that. In a personal relationship, even then it's hard, but you can. But in a public governmental relationship, it's very, very hard to reestablish trust once it's been broken. So let's begin with the elections, because we got we got into a wonderful conversation at the end of the Rudy Giuliani show about really about the sinfulness of the way in which American elections are conducted and the sinfulness of American public officials, which is at a disgracefully high level. And Heather, who was presenting it, made a very profound observation that this has a lot to do with taking God out of America. That's how all these people have become so crooked, because they have no moral compass. But okay, starting with Cassidy on Saturday, right?
Right.
Now, Cassidy is a Republican senator from Louisiana, correct?
Right.
And he voted against Trump on the second impeachment. Now, I represented Trump throughout all of that. That was a false vote by an unbelievably dishonest or extremely negligent man. There was nothing. I'm not talking about the confusion of January 6th, which may very well have confused people because they orchestrated that hoax beautifully. That was a Hollywood production, the likes of which Cecil B. DeMille would be shocked by boss Pelosi and her group of Baltimore thugs and her daughter and all the other creeps around her. Coming apart now. But if you got caught up in that, all I will say is you're not a very strong person, but you're not a bad person. Geez, half the administration was peeing in their pants, running out, quitting early. Fox, too. I was watching Sean interview the president. I love Sean. I know him since he was young, but man, he got scared, really scared. Ooh, scary.
Right.
Not great that Sean is a commentator and not a warrior, you know?
So these were the results from Louisiana. Louisiana, of course, strange way they do their primaries, Mayor, on Saturday. Most states follow the Tuesday.
I get so confused if an election wasn't on a Tuesday.
Right.
I mean,
it was on a Saturday.
Like, remember how many elections I pick up here, even though they throw in elections here like really crazy, right?
Right.
In the middle of nowhere, there's an election.
Special election.
Almost every Tuesday I check to see if there's an election.
Right. Well, we're at that point now, right, with primaries throughout the state.
And I don't want to miss any because I don't know. It's almost a superstition. I don't want to miss it.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like we're sports fans.
Well, if I'm telling other people you got to vote, I got to vote, right?
Yeah. So unlike most states, Louisiana does it on Saturdays. They do their primaries.
When you say unlike other states too also do it that day, right? Wouldn't you say?
That's a good question. I've known Louisiana to do it on Saturday. I remember this from a few cycles ago. There's got to be some history here on why. I think Montana might do it as well. Hawaii, I'm told, does it on Saturdays, but not many.
You know, I mean, if you thought about it, it would be a good day, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
except for Jewish people.
This is how Louisiana.
No, except for Jewish people. I guess in Hawaii there aren't too many Jewish people, but except for Jewish people.
That's a good point. Louisiana too, right? Must not be.
I don't think Jews could vote on a Saturday. Well, first of all, they could vote. They'd have to walk to the voting place, and they'd have to cast their vote. The president would love this, by pen and paper or by pencil and paper. They couldn't use an electronic voting machine because they can't use anything electronic. So maybe we should have it on a Saturday and impose Mosaic law. Therefore, you're going to have to use paper ballots with a pencil and paper.
Right. So just to get back here in Louisiana, of course, Cassidy was the incumbent. Look, he went into
why is he even around this late? I mean, once he cast that vote, and once it was obvious that Chiarella was a lying plant of Biden, and that the whole story was a complete concocted kind of mirror flip of what Biden actually did in the bribe that he gave to Poroshenko. How does Cassidy survive? How do any of his members even look at the little scum, the little slime? I mean, he's, I don't know Cassidy, and I've seen him. He's not a bad guy. You can't. There's a certain mistake you can't make. You can't make that mistake. Maybe I know a little too much about it. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I know how absolutely false that was. But you got to be a Trump derangement guy to buy that one, not a Republican. Right. But in any event, goodbye, Cassidy. You got your ass kicked. What the hell were you running for? Why don't you just resign? I don't know. I do not believe in the old Roman Japanese thing where you have to kill yourself, but just resign. All right. You don't have to do like Johnny Four Fingers or Five Fingers or whatever he was. Right. Pentangeli, yeah.
Right. So of course that was on Saturday.
Right.
And coming up tomorrow, Mayor, I'd say the race that nationally people are watching most closely is Thomas Massey's fight for political survival in Kentucky's 4th congressional district.
So tell me how that stands, my political expert, Ted.
Look, Massey enjoyed what we thought was pretty high approval ratings
from on television
from his constituents.
I gotta show you that tan you got there, Ted.
Well, it was very hot in DC, Mayor. Of course, you were supposed to be there with us, but
I know I was, but you look
really dark. The lighting on me is a little bit darker, but you're right. I look very tan.
No, I'm looking at you, natural light. He is not quite as dark as that, but that's not way off, Ted.
You're right. I got a tan.
Not way off. Yeah. All I would say, if you want to adjust it, is it's a teeny bit lighter. But
you know what? There's a button on that camera.
A very nice tan. People will think he's Italian.
Yeah, right. Yeah, every once in a while, somebody will
Italian tan.
I'm always once in a while, right, Mayor? I will get you his son when we're traveling together. They'll say, you his son.
Yeah, this is a very Italian look here, Ted. I don't know. We're going to get more and more girls. Oh, it's going to get impossible with the girls.
Yeah. So
it'll be hard to keep them.
So Kentucky tomorrow. Thomas Massey, who we were told for months, and the numbers showed it, seemed to be in a pretty good position for re-election, despite having President Trump.
I love Kentucky. How could that be?
Against
Kentucky. How could that be?
Well, Mayor, that's a good question. And the answer, in recent weeks, we've seen these polls tighten, and his contender, veteran Ed Gallrain's being supported by President Trump.
Tell us about him.
He is a veteran. He's a veteran. Let's see. We got more on him. We wanted to play a quick video here if I could get it. But Ed Gallrain is he's known. He's a known person who's ran before at local levels, and his background, of course, going through here. I'm looking at the recent polling because that's what I was focused on, and he is now
I'm asking you off the cuff.
Right, he's overtaking Massey here in these final few days. Even Secretary.
What's his name? Pronounce his name correctly.
Ed Gallrain.
Gallrain. Vote for L. Gallrain.
Ed.
Vote for Ed.
That's right.
Get rid of the traitor.
He's a Navy SEAL. He's a lifelong
Vote for him
Kentucky.
because he's a Navy SEAL.
He's a lifelong resident, of course, of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. He's a farmer.
Where
He's
does
a fifth generation
where
farmer.
does Massey come from? Cicero, Illinois.
Yeah. So like we said, he spent 3 decades in uniform, rising to the rank of captain, serving multiple times on SEAL Team 6, deploying countless
When
times.
was he on SEAL Team 6? Maybe I know him. I used to lecture to SEAL Team 6 for 3 years.
Right. And he had
Did any
and
numbers
we're talking
there
to
in
someone
in years?
right. 30 years is a long time. 3 decades. That could be
Well,
anywhere
if he was there in the mid part of the beginning of the century, like 1906, 07, 08,
right.
I would have met him.
So we'll put up some pictures of these guys while we got. Oh yeah, you're right. They gave you got some.
I got some awards, and I also
Yeah.
gave them some lectures on leadership,
There's Massey.
which was humbling.
There's Massey.
I mean that.
Let me get going. Yeah. So there's Massey. He's facing a tough one. So we'll be watching this live
So
tomorrow
in other
night.
words,
You know what?
we have a man running against a whatever he is.
Right. Yeah. Massey. Well, so Massey, I think early on, especially during the Obama years, right? He kind of got away with his shtick. He's
Well, what's his game? It's a game, right?
his game is fiscal responsibility, basically. How
does one member of Congress think they can achieve a fiscal responsibility? All members of Congress can do is either distort a budget ridiculously high or ridiculously low in the direction of whoever the hell they're pandering to, or whatever lobbyist is paying them money.
right. Right. And here's a picture of
A congressman has to be able, in order to have some kind of a real ability over the budget, and the great ones have, and that is to develop a coalition around their theory, so that it isn't just their own personal. But it's the fact that he comes out against them on anything. Now,
Right.
Why did Lauren Boebert go? This is all about the Epstein thing. He's also accused the president of being involved with Epstein. And I'm going to tell you something, Massey. I investigated Epstein for the president when I was his lawyer. And I know a lot of things he was accused of that were really unfair.
Right.
He's really not even been accused of Epstein.
Right.
There's nothing to accuse him with.
And,
Every single piece of evidence in the Epstein file is what we call, this may be a tough word for you, shithead, but it's exculpatory. Now, this is personal, my friend. If I meet you,
and I don't blame you,
if
Mayor.
I meet you,
Yeah. Well,
not going to be pleasant.
and I'm glad you said that, Mayor, because President Trump, of course, is a personal friend of yours. And there's very few things you can accuse a man of that's worse.
Yeah, get out of here.
pedophile.
Get out of here.
I mean,
go to hell.
Right.
I'm not only going to tell you as a personal friend. I spent days investigating that. So I had it so solid they never used it in any impeachment. Biden never used it. Biden never used it. You shit.
Right. So he should not be in Congress. To accuse a man of what he's, basically accusing Trump of.
What's your game? What's your game? What are you doing for your people? How are you helping your people by accusing a president, Republican or Democrat, of something he didn't do?
Right.
First of all, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You don't know if Trump did this or not. You don't know. You got all kinds of extrinsic evidence inside there yelling at you he didn't, including the biggest thing of all, halfwit, Virginia Giuffre saying 4 or 5 times, Trump didn't do anything. He helped me.
Right.
You have done more damage to him than the Democrats. And if they don't get you out, I'm never going to go back to Tennessee. Who makes bourbon, Tennessee or Kentucky? Oh, he's from Kentucky, right?
Yeah, Kentucky. This is Kentucky.
It's bourbon.
Yep.
I'll never have bourbon.
Well,
I'm starting to like bourbon. I never liked bourbon. I'm beginning to really like bourbon. because when I went down to Kentucky, they gave me all this good bourbon, and I started to like it a little. I always liked Scotch better, but I started to like bourbon.
Well, and Kentucky, Mayor, is one of a handful of states that do closed primaries. To me, that actually benefits Ed, because only Republican Party registered, only individuals who are obviously eligible to vote and registered as Republicans can take part. And the big thing on Thomas Massey is that he's basically aligning himself with the Democrats, right? He goes against Trump on almost everything. And people, it's starting, people are kind of catching on to him.
Bobbert? Why do people like Bobbert come? I like her. Why does she do that? I like Maureen.
Right. Well, Boebert has been.
Is it Boebert?
Oh, Lauren Boeb. I believe it's Boebert. I'm not. You might be right though. I don't want to say that. Boebert, tomato.
She appeared with Massey at 2 campaign events in Kentucky on Friday, as he faces a fierce primary challenge from Ed Gowron, a retired Navy SEAL who has Trump's endorsement. He's accused Trump of being in the Epstein class.
Yeah, that's unforgivable. That's unforgivable to because that's obviously the big hit from the left and the Democrats. And not only that,
I'll try left hook
without proof. That's got to be what's worse than calling a man a pedophile? I'd rather be called a murderer, I think. Right? I mean, it doesn't get, I don't know if it gets worse than that. And so for Massey to all but accuse
what
the
does
president,
it mean to be part of the Epstein class?
is Massey using that language?
This is attributed to him, Matthews.
Yeah. So what is his game? You gotta wonder. Did he? I think he may have made a bad calculation, thinking this is a sort
Donald Trump told us that even though he had dinner with these people in New York City and West Palm Beach, that he would be transparent. First of all, who are these people? It's one person. It's Epstein.
Yeah.
Epstein was part of his club. And we're talking 30 years ago. He got rid of him.
Yeah.
He got rid of him probably further back than you can remember with your dumb little mind.
Why isn't he focused on Clinton?
Why don't you come and talk to me and I'll show you the records of how he got rid of him. I'll show you the women who say he protected him. I'll show you the sheriff that said he turned him in.
Massey has.
You piece of.
Yeah, he's demonstrated himself of being nothing more than a grandstander and
how about he concludes with this is the Epstein administration? The guy is fighting a war to liberate the people of Iran, liberate the people of America from the worst kind of Islamic terrorism that ever existed. And this is the Epstein administration, you little piece of whatever you are. Right. God, they better beat him.
And
he voted against the big, beautiful bill. It's saving our economy, you moron.
You got to start wondering who is.
And he's a critic of our foreign policy in Venezuela and Iran.
You got to wonder what is his.
What is wrong with him? Just a contrarian so he can get attention?
Yeah,
and
that's
Maureen, why are you supporting this halfwit? Why? You had a future. You could have been somebody.
And yeah, you got to wonder what is going on.
I don't know
there.
Massey. I do know Lauren, and I like her.
Yeah,
she's gone.
So we'll see.
Just a matter of time.
And so tomorrow, let's see what else we have.
This is too far. It's too far to support it. It's not too far to support somebody who goes one way, goes another way, here and there. But this is irrational stuff that makes you wonder about the bona fides of a person. We're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to be right back.
We'll be right back.
U.S. Army Major Scott Smiley paid a high price serving our nation. Scott was leading his platoon in Iraq when a blast sent shrapnel through his eyes, leaving him blind and temporarily paralyzed. Scott would become the first blind active duty military officer before medically retiring years later. Thanks to friends like you, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation gave Scott and his family a mortgage-free, specially adapted smart home. Show your support for America's heroes now. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org.
Are you ready for some action?
I'm ready for action.
Get the Elite TV plan only through the portal. 218 channels, and it's only $69.95 a month,
Wow.
including your free portal.
That's cheaper than everyone else.
Your favorite sports, movies, news,
Wow.
even daytime dramas. We're talking about ESPN, OAN, Newsmax,
Wow.
channels you can't get anymore in certain areas.
Compared to the competition, this is a way better deal.
Endless selection. Not to mention all the free music channels. There's over 700 premium and classic movies all ready to go.
Wow.
Plus, they got catch-up TV that allows you to go back and watch what you've missed or want to watch again. Cut your cable in half and get twice as much for free.
Way more channels for half the cost.
After the first year, the subscription then drops to $57.95 monthly,
Wow.
where you change or upgrade anytime. Go to QUXNow.com and get yours today. Use promo code RUDY. Act fast. These deals are selling out.
To celebrate the new year.
Here we are, pretty much at the beginning of the process here at this pristine, I call it a laboratory. It's not like a factory, it's like a hospital. This is the beginning of the process for roasting. Deep grain, very good quality. Most people don't use this quality. We deal with small farmers because we like to know who we're dealing with. They give us the highest quality, all organic, non-GMO. You should know all Arabica beans, no Robusto, all Arabica. They're gonna go into the roaster and it'll get roasted for about 20 minutes or so. Oh my goodness, look at these. My goodness. You're going to want to specially order these. This is what goes into Rudy's coffee. Welcome back to America's Mayor Live. So the president is on the verge of, well, not on a verge of, he has apparently already made the decision to attack Iran again with Israel. We don't know exactly who will do what. My guess is it'll be a massive strike to accomplish the purpose of this time, breaking them completely. Now, he did put it off, according to all the reports. It was supposed to be tomorrow, correct, Ted?
Yes.
And he put it off without, as they say in court or in the Congress, sine die, to another day. And what does that mean? Is he going to get a sufficient? Is he going to get a sufficient peace offering that would? Is he going to get a sufficient peace offering that would allay the need to do that? Well, it would have to require being willing to give up all of the uranium, being willing to allow us and Israel to take it out. It would require demilitarization, denuclearization, obviously first, and then demilitarization. It would allowing us, or certainly not them, to control the Strait of Hormuz, which they have now doubled down on. Well, first of all, I do not see them doing that because they're a suicidal regime, which is the reason why they shouldn't be allowed to have nuclear weapons. But second, and I know he knows this, I don't know why I have to say it. Whether they said it or not, I wouldn't believe it. So what's the use of having them say it? it would just complicate things and delay things more, right? So, Ted, here's a 3-part plan that is suggested. So I don't want to take credit for this when it's not my 3-part plan. Not that I don't agree with it. I might do. I'll tell you mine if you want. But this comes from the Wall Street Journal. It's from Seth Cropsey, and Seth Cropsey is president of the Yorktown Institute. He's a naval officer. He was deputy undersecretary of the Navy. He's the author of Mayday and Sea Blindness. Now, he says that to end the crisis favorably and to reopen the Gulf of Hormuz, it's going to require deploying the full spectrum of American power. It's just a matter of time. First, the U.S. should prepare a major series of strikes against and take out Iranian communications, transportation, infrastructure, and unleash the Israeli airport to hit the remaining Iranian industries, metallurgical, particularly, and also to make sure that their military cargo is either destroyed or the ability to move it severely impaired, cripple it virtually to the point that they have nothing left but oil production. So that's number one. Take out all of Iran's infrastructure, but oil production. Number 2, target the Strait of Hormuz and the uranium the Strait of Hormuz and the uranium storage at Isfahan. Now, those are 2 separate things. So really it should be 2 and 3, but in any event. And with regard to the Strait of Hormuz, his suggestion is to hit Keshem Island in concert with and to get help from the United Arab Emirates, because they have a real good, it's right next to them. They have a real good fix on it. They've also attacked it many times and know their vulnerabilities. If you were to hit Keshem Island, you would absolutely impair the ability of them to use the Strait of Hormuz without our control. And then, of course, in Isfahan, we have to seize the nuclear material. Finally, the U.S. should take out in the Gulf or in the Strait of Hormuz all of their tanker capability so that they can't menace, harass, act as pirates and requiring money, do what they did today, which is to take a Chinese merchant ship, which is strangest thing, Ted. They took a Chinese merchant ship.
Wow. That's, yeah. I mean,
Well, they even attacked Pakistan. And Pakistan.
Yeah, that's
why when
play.
somebody asked for more time, and they said it was Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, and Qatar. First of all, I don't see the Emirates asking for more time.
Yes, Qatar, UAE, Saudi Arabia.
Qatar's ready to go, I think.
So the president's giving them some more time, it appears.
I don't know for what.
Yeah. Or is he pulling another one of these?
Maybe I'm just out of it and I don't know. Is he pulling another?
Kind of, let him get him in a sense of
haven't we done that enough?
That's a good point, Mayor. But look, you, for those of you that were watching last week, of course, the mayor predicted right throughout last week.
As soon as it's over, he's going to turn to this and get it over with, because he's starting to get impatient, and he should. I mean, he got impatient for a good reason.
Well, maybe he's listening to you and others, Mayor. Look, this is all just to run the clock. They're going to keep trying to run this clock out. It's just a buy.
But I don't think you're getting anything anymore. And anybody that you've convinced that you really don't want to do this and you'd really want to have peace is convinced. You really don't want to do this and you'd really rather have peace. And you'd much rather be able to reach an agreement with them that dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's and was reasonably reliable. First of all, you might not get one that dots all the I's and crosses all the T's. Right now, they're not offering you that. You'll never get their name on the line that'll mean anything. And Mr. President, I know you have, for some reason, you have to say this, but they're not better than the last group. Actually, they may be worse. They are executing people every day. They're taking human beings who want to be free. That's their only crime. Who have families who have a history of martyrdom and torturing them before they kill them. These are not, well, these are not people, not only that should not have nuclear weapons, but they shouldn't have human beings under their control because they are sadistic murderers.
Right.
Now, in the face of all of this, just to underscore the fact that it's about time to hit them, is the notion that we just caught this Mohammed al-Saidi, who has. Do we have the chart? Do we put up the chart here? I know I gave it to you for Dr. Maria's show and was on her show, which you're going to go to shortly. So I'm not going to go into great detail on this because you can see it on Dr. Maria's show as soon as I finish.
20 minutes,
but,
25 minutes?
Yeah, but Dr. Saidi and it can't be just Dr. Saidi. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in March attacks in different parts of the world by him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks or planned attacks in April. For the new improved regime of Iran. What was the other one? It would have been 10, including an attack in New York on one of New York's most famous, well-known, and well-regarded temples. So they're undermining us over there. They're attacking our friend, the UAE. They are still doing nothing about opening the Gulf of Hormuz. They are being unwilling to agree to even the most rational things you are proposing to them. And beyond that, where do we go if they agree? Their word is not worth anything. Their signature is not worth anything. As we like to say, it's not worth the paper it's written on. It's the same kind of phony paper that Rassenberger used in Georgia. So look, I'm patient. We got to get there, though. There's only one way we pass this country on safer to my little granddaughter, Grace, and all your granddaughters and grandchildren. No more Islamic Republic of Iran. Got it? No more. You know the way they say death to America? We just say no more. How about no mas? No mas. Iranian Republic of Iran. Sorry. You slaughtered too many of your own people and too many other people to be allowed to remain. And you can't be trusted, no matter what you say or what you sign or how you apparently appear right now. And by the way, you don't appear very well right now. You appear awful. So I do expect, Ted, that, I don't know, another 3 days so they can kill a few more people and execute them. Are they telling the president that they're executing people while we delay? They go and take him and hang them?
Right. Every day, every hour. Right. Lives are being lost.
And when they think it's really coming to the end, who knows how many they're going to do? And I mean, the faster you surprise them and the faster you get it over with, the better. Right?
Right. That's a very good point.
So what are we looking forward to tomorrow as far as elections are concerned, Ted?
Right. So tomorrow, it's not just Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia, Idaho, Oregon, and Pennsylvania will also have primaries. It's it's the busiest one, busiest Tuesday to date, of course, leading up to the.
But which
midterm
ones are
elections.
significant?
Well, of course, the significant ones are the one we just talked about at length, Rep. Thomas Massey facing Trump-backed candidate Ed Gallrain. Also, Mitch McConnell, the Senate primary to replace Mitch McConnell is also happening tomorrow, and that is between Andy Barr.
Is Mitch McConnell going to be allowed to vote?
I believe he is still eligible to vote. We haven't put,
Like this?
yeah, but
Like
nobody can be in there moving that lever
Look,
for you.
like this. Which one is the one against Trump, and which one will help my Chinese communist father-in-law
I wonder who
so
he's
we
voting
can
for.
get more money, which I've gotten away with because the Washington press corps sucks up to me. So I'm going to press this. Just make sure they don't touch our Chinese communist money. Honey.
Right. But of course, we're watching some big races in Georgia. Let's see.
They will never call him out on that. They'll never call him out on that because he's part of the establishment.
So Georgia has a big Senate primary with 5 people running, including Buddy Carter, Mike Collins, John Coyne, Derek Dooley, and Jonathan McCollum.
Who are we for?
Who's
Who's the
we know
president?
we've met Mike Collins. I'm guessing, did you meet Buddy Carter?
We haven't met Mike Collins. Mike Collins is a friend of mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, so he's a friend of yours. I didn't know how well you knew him.
No,
I met him with you. I didn't know, but yeah,
he's
so
a good
Mike,
guy.
I think we'd be with Mike Collins. I don't know. Buddy Carter may have been involved in some of the 2020
I do know
stuff.
Buddy Carter, not as well as Mike, but he's a good guy too.
Good guy too. Derek Dooley, I want to say, has some sort of connection.
That's the Senate.
Yeah. Derek Dooley, I wonder if he has some sort of connection to the sports, the football.
And how about governor? That's a little weird. I got a little nervous when I heard that Shifty Raffensperger is on there. I mean, I knew that. I thought he had dropped out somehow.
Raff is for governor, right?
He's losing, right?
Yes. On the Republican side, wow. Rick Jackson, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones.
Where's he, number 2?
Yep.
Too
Secretary
bad.
of State Brad Raffensperger.
I like Burt a lot.
Chris Carr.
So who's
Burt
first?
Jones is who the president has endorsed.
Well, he should endorse him. But who's number 1?
Let me see. I'll have to
That
look at
rich guy, right?
I have
Who
to look
came-
at the polling.
Some rich guy who came in and
Rick Jackson. But we'll look at the polling for that race.
yeah, I think it's the rich guy, Burt Jones, and then Shifty Raffensperger. And then do they have a runoff,
If nobody gets,
or is the
Over.
candidate? Yeah.
yeah, you have to get 50% in the Georgia elections.
Well,
You have
take
to
a look
get
at that.
50%. Well, I'll look to
It's
see.
kind of interesting. I should tell you that in Nigeria, which you might not pay much attention to, but it's extraordinarily important for those of us, particularly who care, and that isn't just Christians, but all of us who are humanitarians, about the slaughter of Christians in Nigeria, for which President Trump was roundly criticized for
Yeah.
bringing it up. Just like a lot of people were uncomfortable with the prayer day yesterday, because it shouldn't get too far into government. Tell me exactly how the prayer day yesterday got into government.
Right. I mean,
Nobody
It was on a
went,
Sunday.
nobody went to school today and were told, if you don't believe in God, we're going to hit you with a ruler.
that was- although back in the day, the brothers ever hit you with a ruler? My dad told me about all the nuns back in the
They
day.
wouldn't hit me with a ruler for not believing in God, because nobody didn't believe in God.
Oh, right.
They weren't that stupid.
Right. But yeah, the mayor and I.
To not believe in God, you got to really be.
That takes a lot, that takes more faith. That
You
takes
got
more
to
faith.
be, you got to be with God. You can't be sharp. I'll tell you why. So let's say we don't know God exists or not. Tell me you can prove God doesn't exist, and then I'll tell you you're a egotistical, narcissistic, smarter than you think you are a human being, even if you're Einstein, because you can't prove the non-existence of God. You can't give me a rational explanation for the beginning of this universe. So now here's where we are. We can't prove necessarily by what some might call scientific method, or whatever passes for the scientific method at a given time in history. But we also can't disprove it. That leads to many, many other things you can look to, many other things you can look to. But I always thought not for me, but I always thought for a practical, smart human being, it would lead to Pascal's bet, which is you might as well bet on God. Because if there is no God and life is all over, when it's all over, it's all over. Nothing you do about it. But if there is a God, and he has any kind of sort of sense of who served him and who didn't, you could be in tough shape. Right? So the more practical, intelligent man is going to err on the side of believing in God, or at least not keep the option open, pal. Okay. So the Nigerians, the U.S. and the Nigerian forces killed the Islamic State's #2 man linked to terror attacks against religious minorities and the mass kidnapping of school children. You know why? For human trafficking. Abu Bakr ibn Muhammad, of course, Ibn Ali al-Mainuki. Is everybody named Muhammad?
There's a lot. Maybe the #1 name, right?
Why do they have so many names? Abu Bakr ibn Muhammad ibn Ali al-Mainuki guided Israeli state on matters relating to, listen to this, meteor operations, economic warfare, and the development and manufacture of weapons, explosives, and drones. He was born in 1982. He led Islamic State fundraising operations. The operation that took him out was in the Lake Chad Basin in northeastern Nigeria. It was a major breakthrough for the U.S. forces assisting the Nigerian forces. And it's part of the ongoing Islamic State elimination of Christians, which everyone, including the New York Times, denies because they're Christians, and I guess they don't really give a damn if they're killed. Now, it is true. These characters also kill. Disaffected or dissenting Muslims, and they kill other pagan type religions. But their major goal is the goal to kill for Allah. Allah Akbar, the thing that Biden and Obama always ignored, which led to more of it than there should be. So he's gone. We got the Nigerian government operating on the right side. And this all came about because of the president all these people hate, except us Christians who love him, because he's the only one who ever cared about us.
Right. Right. So we
thank you for Prayer Sunday. We're very, very appreciative of that. I am, because I just am a beneficiary of the power of prayer.
Right. Well, you got a very powerful message that they played on Saturday. I want to bring up a picture I took.
Oh, yes. Now tell us about Saturday, Ted. We still have some time. And tell us about Saturday. Ted, yes, on Saturday went to the demonstration in favor of a peaceful, democratic Iran that would be guided to a full and complete democracy by the National Council for the Resistance to Iran. They have a temporary government, and the temporary government would, when and if these animals can be overthrown, they would interim basis run the country in terms of services, to the point where the goal would be a 6-month democratic election. No, I believe we've got to get the election part straight. The goal really should be, and maybe I have this a little wrong, but the goal should be to a constitution, which is largely formed, if you look at the 10 points of the MEK and the NCRI. They already have it listed in 10 points, which we have shown you any number of times. And if we can't do it tonight, we'll show you again tomorrow night. But these people you're seeing there, that was in, well, now you come on, Ted, you were there. You don't be shy.
No,
I know you're worried all the girls are going to call you. Man.
No, man, I want to be seen with you as much as I can. That
by the
only
way,
helps.
I
helps
just said
my
all
case.
the girls, and you know, first thing he did, first thing he went like this, show me.
Well, my hair is a little bit.
No. I said, all the girls can village, show me. Show me.
What?
Put me on TV.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
He went like this.
Yeah, no, I have to. Well, that's just
Now, if I go like that, all I feel is a little fuzz. Doesn't do me any good. They go. Ooh.
My goal is to be seen with you as much as possible.
Okay.
There, you only help my case. You help my cause. But so what we're putting on screen here, this is from some video footage we got from the rally. This happened in Washington on Saturday. Thousands.
I was extremely disappointed I couldn't go to this. My doctor wouldn't let me.
Of course, and the mayor would have been there. Of course, you know.
I thought I was
everything
well
we had
enough.
to do to
I
keep
thought
him.
I was well enough to do it.
But this is a picture of, and I will play a short clip here, maybe to close out
what's
the
that?
show.
What's that? That's me.
That's you. So we'll make it big. We'll make it larger. So
Why
you
do I
can
look
see it.
like I'm red or something?
So let's see here. Maybe the coloring is not the best, but
Yeah,
that's
it's not, but that's okay.
yeah, but
that's
the
not really my
picture.
coloring. Don't get worried. I wasn't like burning up with fever.
No, not at all.
I'm going to
no.
get all kinds of calls. He's burning up with fever.
No,
What
but
are you
that's
doing for?
they put him up on the big video board there in the middle of the rally.
Oh, did people like it?
People loved it. People loved it. Here's some more.
You know, I
pictures.
love these people.
Some more pictures we took from the event. So yeah, big day in DC. We got some good media coverage, and yeah, everybody was just thankful and asking about the mayor.
Oh, I got so many gifts from the Ukrainian. Yes, Ukrainian too, but from the Iranian community. It's so nice.
Right, and yeah, they were asking. I mean, my goodness, that was basically my greeting on Saturday. Right? Was
So tell us,
how's the
what
mayor doing? But it was great. So we had some. We'll put some of that footage back on.
Did Madam Rajavi spoke, of course.
Madam Rajavi spoke. Former Congressman Patrick Kennedy spoke. Ambassador Carla Sands.
He's good, isn't he?
Oh, he's real good. I'm careful though. I want to know his politics, right?
Oh, don't worry about his politics.
Okay.
They're different than yours.
Yeah, Patrick Kennedy was there, great. And two of even older speakers, when I was talking to them, their first question was, "How's the mayor doing?" Your friend, Ambassador Carla Sands, was there and spoke, and she wants to come back on the show as soon as she can. So we'll get her back on. And then General Wesley Clark was there. Now, General Clark, surprising, I didn't realize this, but he's left of center. Wesley Clark. Is that true? I might be wrong on that. I don't want to put you on the spot.
No. Yes, sure, of course. He served in the Obama administration.
Oh, well, obviously. Okay. I thought he ran for president.
He did. He
As
did.
a Democrat or Republican?
As a Democrat.
Okay, that's right.
But I would say until he, maybe, I don't know what he is now. He used to be moderate.
Right.
He was soft. I don't know. Is this a word? Soft left?
Yeah, right. That's a good. You know what? We should create that if it's not yet. So a lot of activity.
So what made you aware of the fact that he's left of center?
Just talking to him, and maybe I shouldn't go. We're all supporting the same cause here.
Yeah.
So, but I was just. It was interesting.
And where is his support here?
Well, I believe he said.
Let's get
this-
him on the show.
He said this public. We're gonna get him on the show because I don't want to speak for the man. He was very gracious with his time.
Is he? Did you ask him if he come on?
I did, and he's looking forward to coming on.
Oh, good. I would love to talk. I mean, I have great respect for him.
As
so-
do I. That's why I'm not. But what I will say is he on the Iran front, he believes, and I loved hearing this from someone who obviously is in the know. He believes that the weapons are getting into the country, and that we're going to be hearing about.
He believes that the
more-
weapons are getting to the MEK operatives.
Yes, he believes that, and he says
No, and nobody wants to believe there are MEK operatives there. But you know why you can believe it? Because it's the only people the Ayatollahs kill.
yeah, and they're the, and they're the
It's
constant.
the only ones they're
maintenance.
afraid of. And I'm glad Wesley. I'm glad he told you that.
Yes. So we're going to get these folks on. Ambassador
But
Sands.
something surprised you about him. What was it?
What I was surprised he seems so confident that we're going to hear some news here. He also thinks that that we're going to hear news from within the country, not necessarily anything that we're doing, the United States, but that this regime is on the verge of collapsing from within. So that that doesn't speak to his politics, domestic politics here, but I found that very interesting, and I
Well,
really
that's inevitable. It's inevitable, and it really is. It's now to 6 months. And you would have to know more about the internals. Maybe he does, right? You'd have to know more about the internals there to predict that. But if we were to wake up tomorrow, Ted, and the government collapsed,
yeah.
I would say, gee, we should have figured it out. But we can't. We don't have enough information to figure it out. And it would be irresponsible for us to create that high expectation for people.
Right.
But they're on their last legs. And sometimes being on your last legs, you go down to the very end, or one traumatic situation just breaks the whole thing. And you just can't make it. See, when the people can't eat anymore, it's over. The weapons or no weapons, there are more people than there are weapons. And they can overcome the weapons. Hunger defeats weapons.
Right.
If hungry people substantially outnumber the weapons.
So that's a very good way of articulating it, and it appears the general feels the same way. And the way he was talking, it seemed like this might be happening sooner than later.
Good, because I was listening to someone who's from one of the groups that generally is left of center. Also, I couldn't tell what he was, and they're not all.
Right.
And he was predicting it's inevitable within 6 months, no matter what happens. No matter what the president does, this government's folding in 6 months.
Wow. Okay. So hearing that, we're hearing that more and more. And I guess, what can the U.S. It'll be interesting to see what more the U.S. and Israel.
Well,
can
I mean,
do leading up to
without
that
any
point.
doubt, the more we weaken them, the faster it will happen. That's as simple as that, right?
Right.
The more and the idea that we're rallying by attacking them. I mean, there was a period of time where you could say by attacking them, you're rallying them around the Iranian government. That's over. That's been over maybe for a couple of years since the demonstrations. Maybe in 18, maybe in 21. That's a factor that often happens in revolutions, but that's gone, Ted. That's completely in the rear view mirror. So there's a. I wish there were more in this. I tried to do a little research on this today because I wanted to go further with this because, gee, I can say this. I don't need somebody who's in jail to say this, but Amy Bach. I don't know if you know who Amy Bach is.
I know the name.
She's the founder of the nonprofit Feeding Our Future. And she was convicted in 2025. She was stealing money left and right from the poor people of Minnesota. But she's saying, I struggle to believe that she wouldn't have known. Bach said of Omar. 'Cause 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 Well, okay, thank you, but that doesn't make you much of a witness, Bach. So that's not going to get you any time out of jail. I mean, I'm thinking of this as a prosecutor, but it's nice that you think she had to know. But I can't put a witness on a witness stand that says, Omar Ilan and her husband, brother, must have known about it. No. How did they know about it? Give me the circumstances, the details. So now we go in a little spin of circumstantial evidence, which is highly persuasive, but still we haven't hit the bullseye. The notion that I'm personally responsible for all of it, we're talking about Ms. Bach here,
Right.
is so frustrating. I'm the only white person out of 80 or 90 individuals charged in the fraud. I'm the only one that doesn't speak the language. Omar was instrumental in loosening the laws that set the stage for the scheme. First, by introducing the Meals Act, which allowed the Department of Agriculture to issue waivers. What that essentially meant was they didn't have any vetting. You wanted food? Give me the voucher. Nobody cared. And whenever there was any objection to that, Omar would personally step in and break the waivers.
Wow.
Her wealth mysteriously jumped from almost nothing to 30 million in 2024. And then she tried to she tried to describe it as an accounting error, still not explained.
Wow.
I've never had an accountant that took me up or down 30 billion, except the Biden people. For Bach.
That's But where's the media coverage of this? I mean, imagine
Bach herself got waivers. And I imagine there's something a little funny about the waivers because she's gonna go to jail or get sentenced or something.
It's absurd.
So basically what she's saying is that Omar was orchestrating this. Omar was in charge of it. Omar was on top of it. She didn't care about anything else other than this program. She was constantly, she herself and her family had their own program, and they were taking in, and the guy who ran it took in 16 million that he never used to help anybody. 16 million in money that was supposed to go to food for poor people. Instead, it went to him or to the brother husband and all the perverts around her. Bach says that during this period of time, she reported restaurants to Minnesota officials, and they showed no interest at all, particularly if the restaurant was a Somali restaurant. And then she gives a reason why the left-wing communist politicians of Minnesota, and remember, they're all red Chinese communists under Tampon Tim, who spent more time in China than he has in America, but nobody ever wants to talk about that. I don't know why. But in any event, the white communist politicians in Minnesota were worried that the Somalis would abandon them because of their position on abortion and on trans rights, because the Somalis are extremely strict Muslims. And the idea of trans is way off the charts. It's subject to death. And abortion is way off the charts because they see it as murder. They're not wrong about everything. So the Tampon Tims, who are atheistic communists, had to find a way to mollify them. So they weren't going to say no to any of what they wanted. This is not my view. This is not a particularly established view other than from this woman who's going to go to jail, who's been convicted. So she does have a letter, which is fascinating, from the Minnesota DEO Director of Nutrition Program Services under Tampon Tim. Listen to this little quote. It takes no position if fraud has taken place. You see this woman here? This is a disgrace. It's a disgrace to our country. This is Obama. This is the face of Obama. When we find out the full story about her, this is a disgrace.
Right.
Could have ended America.
Right.
So we have covered a great deal tonight, in a very short period of time. I want you to go over now, if you would, I would want you to go over now to Lindell TV, because I'm going to give you the explanation with Dr. Maria's help, because she's really into this deeply about what happened with all these attacks in such a short period of time, or proposed attacks.
Get more of the mayor.
But as we conclude, I really do want you to take a shot at this, because I think this could really help. It helps America too. You can build an entire online business with Sticker Mule Pro. It's only $9 a month. And it comes with everything. It comes with everything you need to sell patriotic merchandise online. You can get an e-commerce store. You can get an email marketing. You can get SMS marketing. You can get a customer service platform. Get a lot more than that. Sign up today. Do it for me, okay? Give it a shot. Stickermule.com.
That's the website right there.
Pro.
And use that promo code.
Stickermule.com/pro and use RUDY.
First 3 months
3
free.
months free. Give it a shot. As they say, you've got nothing to lose. Well, thank you, dear God. Pray for our people in jeopardy all over the world. Pray for all the Christians and all the Jews, particularly against the insane, out of control Islamic extremists torturing and focusing on Jews and Christians and killing them. And pray for all good people and decent people, whether they're Islamic or Jewish or Christian or nothing. Pray for the people of Israel, and pray for the people of Iran, and pray for the people of Ukraine, and pray for the people of the United States. And pray for our great, great president, so he has the strength and the wisdom to endure and make the right decisions. They're not easy. They're not easy. And thank you, God, for all of the blessings that you give us. Thank you for helping me and answering the prayers of all of those people. Thank you for preserving our president. Thank you for our great country. Oh, we have so much more to be thankful for, but we'll have plenty of time to talk about it. And we, God, are going to do everything we can to help do the most important thing we can do, every single one of us, to straighten out the country we're so worried about. Bring you back, right in the middle. As God, our creator, God is the guarantor of our rights. You pick your religion, and if you don't want to believe it, hey, we don't have to force you to do it. Just don't stop us from doing it. We'll see you tomorrow night. God bless America. Go see Dr. Maria right now. It's our purpose to bring to bear the principle of common sense and rational discussion to the issues of our day. America was created at a time of great turmoil, tremendous disagreements, anger, hatred. There was a book written in 1776 that guided much of the discipline of thinking that brought to us the discovery of our freedoms, of our God-given freedoms. It was Thomas Paine's Common Sense, written in 1776, one of the first American bestsellers, in which Thomas Paine explained, by rational principles, the reason why these small colonies felt the necessity to separate from the Kingdom of Great Britain and the King of England. He explained their inherent desire for liberty, for freedom, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, the ability to select the people who govern them. And he explained it in ways that were understandable to all the people, not just the elite. Because the desire for freedom is universal. The desire for freedom adheres in the human mind, and it is part of the human soul. This is exactly the time we should consult our history. Look at what we've done in the past and see if we can't use it to help us now. We understand that our founders created the greatest country in the history of the world, the greatest democracy, the freest country, a country that has taken more people out of poverty than any country ever. All of us are so fortunate to be Americans. But a great deal of the reason for America's constant ability to self-improve is because we're able to reason, we're able to talk, we're able to analyze. We are able to apply our God-given common sense. So let's do it. It's our purpose